world, they are making this amazing difference.
So,
you know, popular mechanics
talking about nuclear weapons,
what if terrorists got the uranium? What if terrorists could go nuclear? What indeed would happen if that ever indeed took place? Luke 21 verse 26 says, men's hearts failing them for fear and for the expectation of things that are coming on the earth. Men's hearts, women's hearts, terrorized, failing them for what? For fear. When you think about nuclear weaponry, when you think about nuclear war, men and women's hearts indeed are shaking. Thank God there's an answer. These signs need not frighten us. These signs need not trouble us. These signs need not grip us with fear, because we know that they're signposts that Jesus is coming. In fact, Jesus talks about his return as the blessed hope. There is hope on the way. This old earth is groaning with pain, longing to be delivered, and soon Jesus will come. The powers of heaven will be shaken, the Bible says. But yet this is a sign of the coming of Christ. Signs in the area of
devils be watching us,
signs in the area of politics, signs in the area of nuclear war. What are these signs telling us? They're telling us that Christ is on the way. They're telling us that one day Jesus will stream down the corner of the sky in glory. They're telling us that we're on the verge of the eternal world, that Jesus Christ is soon to come. Let's look at signs in the area of nature. What would take place? Now, mark this carefully. No one sign indicates that Jesus is going to come soon. No one sign reveals that Christ is here at the doors. Now, the Bible doesn't tell us the day or the hour of Christ coming, but when you see all of the signs taking place all the time, you know that Jesus coming is near. Jesus talks about famine. He says in Matthew 24, verse 7, for example, there'll be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in different places. There'll be famines. We've always had famines in somewhat of an isolated way. We've always had famines in somewhat of a limited capacity. But before the end of time, there would be worldwide hunger. Children and adults starving to death, becoming very, very commonplace. The United Nations reported that there's a food shortage in 38 different countries in the world today. 1/6 of the population of the world is malnourished. In fact,
Esau trying to go into
people
prophecy.
every day, 3.5 million a year. It's staggering. We can often sit in our Western homes not sensing the starvation around the world. We sit gorging ourselves with gourmet foods when the world is, many children are dying of starvation. This is a sign. How much longer will Jesus delay? Every starving child, every mama that's thin and run out of her breast milk to feed the child, every hungry man cries out, "Oh Jesus, come quickly to our world." Drought in the Horn of Africa in 2011 resulted in the death of tens of thousands. Around the world, we see the signs. Jesus Christ is to come soon. The Bible says there'll be famines and pestilences. What is a pestilence? A pestilence is a strange disease that affects either crops or human beings. Here's what Jesus says, Matthew 24, verse 7. There'll be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in various places. Pestilences, it's kind of a big word, strange word, an unfamiliar word to some. Pestilences, we get the word pesticides from it. A pestilence is a strange disease. It afflicts the crops, afflicts human beings, afflicts the environment. The World Health Organization,
They watch
2016, talks about